Well, I'm probably making a huge mistake, but I was watching a Kevin Talbot video where he was explaining RC helicopters, and he had a few on the show. Here's a clip.
I mean, oh. You probably want to do it a bit higher up. Look at that, perfect, no damage at all.
And I was inspired, so I've gone out and probably made a huge mistake. I have gotten OMP hobby. Looks like Oomph Hobby. OMP hobby, Oomph Hobby. M2 Evo. So they make RC helicopters and airplanes, and this is one of theirs. We're gonna unbox it, and I guess I should charge up a battery and take it out, but I have never flown a helicopter. I have flown an airplane once. Never flown a helicopter. I don't really want to break this, but we're gonna unbox it and take a look. So I didn't just order the helicopter. I got my helicopter. Set that there. I think it comes with a battery. It doesn't really say on the box. We'll take a look at that in a moment. But I ordered the RTR version, and they sent me the controller. So this is the controller is in a separate package. And because I'm being realistic, and I figure I'm gonna crash it, I also ordered some replacement blades. One set for the main rotor and 4 sets for the back rotor. So they have arrived. And I also ordered a second battery. So there should be one battery in the main box when we get it open, but I also ordered a second one because I figure if I actually can fly this, maybe one battery won't be enough flight time. I think it's only like 10 minutes, but maybe that's enough. And so I ordered a second one, 650 milliamp hours, so I don't really expect it to last too long. So let's get this opened up, and we'll take a look at this OMP hobby equipment, and we'll see if it's any good. Well, we'll guess if it's any good. I'm no expert. Let's start with the actual helicopter. So we'll take a look at the box. It's a dual brushless system, so it doesn't have like a belt or anything running the back rotor. It's another brushless motor. It says it's 3D performance. Well, I hope it's not 2D. And it's 434 millimeters for the rotor. So it's quite big. I know it's a small box, but the small ones are actually half the size. Some of them are under 200 millimeters, so I actually consider it to be quite big. We can see on the box there are several colors. There's a blue one, a yellow one, an orange one, and a red one. And we got the orange one. I think on the ends of the box, on this side, it's just like, don't fly into power lines, don't use tools. I don't know why I would say that. Don't fly into airplanes, which is all good advice. And on the back, we have some information. We have a picture of the ESC control system. The rotor, I forget what you call that, moves up and down. Have to check the Kevin Talbot video. But the rotor system, the brushless motor, which is quite large on this helicopter, and the rear brushless, and an outline of the helicopter. And you can see the motor is quite big. So, rotor diameter, 434. I'm sorry for the glare, it's because it's actually covered in cellophane. So we'll just cut that open and get that off. All right. Oh, still more. Okay, so it actually comes quite well packaged. It comes in its own styrofoam box, which I think is great because you can use this to store the helicopter. So there we see the box, and it says OMP Hobby. And the name of this company, I don't know if it's OMP Hobby. I think it's also called Sunny Sky. So you might see Sunny Sky somewhere. And inside, when we open it up, there we have our helicopter. So let's take it out and take a look at it. And here is our helicopter. Now, on camera, I think it's showing up quite orange, but here in person, it's actually showing up like fluorescent orange. So it's quite bright. He's just swing out. There we go. And so there's our helicopter. And if we look at it, it has plastic legs, but it has carbon fiber chassis, I guess you'd call it. So let's set that down. I think that's well big enough for my first helicopter. So I'm going to pull the body off. And I assume you just pull these back. That slides off. Oh, the battery's in it. So it does come with a battery in it. Here's our battery. Slide that out. 750 milliamp hours. And the replacement one I bought is 650. Interesting. So the battery in the kit's actually better. It's got some fuzzy stuff on it to help it stick in there. So we'll take a nice close look. We can see it's all carbon. This rear wing is also, or this rear rudder is also carbon. And this is cold. This appears to be aluminum. So all metal, CNC'd parts in here for doing the different angles on the blades. So that shifts your blades. You see the blades tilt there. And it will rotate this. This one will tilt the whole mechanism. So let's see. Oh, I'm tilting the wrong side. So let's see. So that will tilt a pitch a blade forward or back. And here's our brushless motor down at the bottom. It's got the outside drum that spins. And as you can see, it is quite large. It is the size, it's almost the whole helicopter. I must say, this looks like very nice. The carbon fiber is very nice and stiff. It's very light. This looks like very nice equipment. I'm quite pleased with this. I was going to get a WL Toys, a smaller one, like a 180 or 210 rotor millimeter, and I decided to go with a larger one. And there we go. Helicopters all back together. Let's take a look at the controller. So this is an interesting controller design. It looks more like a video game controller. And there's our Radio Master Zorro. So, as I said, it's more like a video game controller. It's got the two handles that are rubberized, which is quite nice. And this will be my throttle. Mine is on the left. I don't know what going back and forth here does. I have to learn that. It's got quite a few switches. It's got an antenna. I assume that's what that is. It says up. Wow, that was tight. It's got an antenna. It's got a screen up here that's starting to peel already. It doesn't have any batteries in it. It has USB-C charging, so I guess it's an internal battery. I'll have to charge it up. Which is good. It's got, I think this is for setting rates. System, MDL, RTN, page, telephone. I don't know. Maybe that's a telephone. Quite a few switches, quite a few stuff. Stick adjustments. It looks very good. I think this is throttle, so you can cut the power to the helicopter so you don't break it. And this is our lanyard for hanging around our neck if we want to. So all in all, it fits the hand quite well. I'm kind of impressed. This has a very nice, high quality feel. I wish it would power on, but yeah, there's no battery, there's no power in the batteries. So, can't show you that. So this is the back of the box and explains what all the parts do. Attitude mode, manual mode, not sure what that means. Throttle on or off, I was right, it's F. I don't know what C is, and I don't know what B is. Different types of modes, and a bunch of things. There's no instruction manual to this, so I think the learning curve, maybe this is not designed for a noob like me, maybe it's designed for somebody who knows what they're doing. So I'm lucky I bought these extra blades, because I bet you I'll be crashing this poor little guy trying to figure out how it works. This is probably a terrible idea. RC helicopters are supposedly our hardest RC you can learn how to fly, because when you're looking straight on at it or you're looking straight away, all your controls do the opposite things as it turns, so side on. So you got to keep your perspective with the front of the helicopter, and since it can move forwards, back, up, down, it can turn left, flip over right, it can flip over upside down, everything reverses again. There's quite a lot to keep in mind, so I fully expect I won't be an expert at this, but I guess I better charge some batteries, maybe go online, take a look at a few more tutorials, and then we'll take this out and at least try to get it hover and land. I'm not going to be showing you upside down flying and landing on the ceiling and cutting the grass, even though I'd love to. I'm not going to be doing that right out of the box, but I think it's a very, very nice toy helicopter. If you're in the market, if you can find OMP Hobby or OMP Hobby, check it out. This is their newest model. There's several M2 models. M1 is the small one. There are several M2s, and this is the M2 Evo, which I believe is the newest one. Well, that's all for this video. In our next video, well, the next video on the helicopter, maybe I can show you some really cool flying techniques. Alright guys, thanks a lot. Thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe, the notification bell, ding ding ding, and I'll be back to see you soon in the future. Peace out.